In the bustling heart of Lagos, behind the towering gates of Eternal Grace Sanctuary, thousands gathered every Sunday to worship under the thunderous voice of Prophet Ezekiel Adeyemi. His sermons shook the rafters. His prayers, they said, opened the heavens. Barren women left pregnant. Sick men walked. The blind claimed they could see. God speaks through me. Prophet Ezekiel would howl, his white agbada flowing like angels' wings. I am the bridge between you and your breakthrough. But Mama Folake, who sold akara outside the church gates, knew differently. She watched everything. She saw what others refused to see. It started with the midnight gatherings. Every full moon, after the regular service ended and the congregation went home, a select group would return. Young women, mostly beautiful, desperate ones who had been promised special blessings. They would enter through the back gates, and Mama Folake would hear strange chanting that made her skin crawl. Chants that sounded nothing like the Psalms. One night, a girl named Obiageli stumbled out at dawn, her wrapper torn, her eyes empty like a clay pot with no bottom. Sister, what happened? Mama Folake asked. Obiageli's mouth opened, but no words came. She tried again and again, clutching her throat. Then she ran, silent as a grave. The next Sunday, Obiageli sat in the front row, smiling and clapping. But when she tried to tell her sister what happened in the midnight meeting, her tongue stuck to the roof of her mouth, a spiritual padlock, the old people called it. Prophet Ezekiel's power grew. Politicians sought his blessings. Businessmen paid millions for prophetic direction. He built a mansion with 12 bedrooms, one for each apostle. He claimed his fleet of cars bore the license plate God's vessel. But children began disappearing from nearby villages. First, it was Emeka, a 7-year-old orphan nobody looked for. Then Alima, a beggar's daughter. Then Tunde, who sold pure water at the junction. All gone like smoke. The police wrote reports that led nowhere. Families wept, and Prophet Ezekiel would pray over them, promising their children would return. They never did. Mama Folake's own granddaughter, Zainab, became obsessed with joining the Prophet's prayer warriors, the elite group that attended the midnight meetings. She was 17 and beautiful, exactly the type the Prophet noticed.
Mama, Prophet Ezekiel says I have a special calling,
Zainab announced excitedly.
That man is not what he seems,
Mama Folake warned.
You are just jealous that God hasn't called you,
Zainab snapped, speaking words that sounded too old for her mouth. That night, Mama Folake did what the townspeople had forgotten to do. She consulted the ancient oracle keeper, Baba Ifagbero, who lived beyond the church's shadow.
That building stands on cursed ground,
Baba Ifagbero said, throwing his divination cowries.
Long ago it was the burial ground for the forgotten slaves, outcasts, children who died without names. Your prophet made a pact with the spirits beneath. They gave him power, and he feeds them what they crave: innocence, silence, and souls.
How do we stop him?
The spirits are bound by a blood covenant. Only the innocent can break it. One who refuses to be silenced, even when magic seals their tongue.
The next full moon, Mama Folake followed Zainab to the midnight meeting. She hid in the shadows as Prophet Ezekiel, dressed in red, led the gathering into the church basement that supposedly didn't exist. Inside, she saw the truth: bones buried under the altar, candles arranged in patterns that mocked the cross, and the missing children, not dead but hollow, their spirits trapped in clay pots lining the walls, feeding the prophet's power. Tonight, we seal another, Prophet Ezekiel announced, reaching for Zainab, but Mama Folake burst in, singing, not a church song, but an old Yoruba incantation her grandmother taught her, one that called the true ancestors, not the twisted spirits the prophet served. "You cannot silence the truth," she shouted. Prophet Ezekiel tried to seal her voice with a gesture, but the ancestors Mama Folake called were stronger. The clay pots shattered. The trapped spirits of the children flew free like birds, their innocent voices joining Mama Folake's song. The building trembled, the ground beneath split open, and the restless spirit buried under the sanctuary rose, not to help the prophet, but to clean him. They pulled him down into the earth he had defiled, his screams swallowed by the soil. When dawn came, eternal grace sanctuary was empty. The congregation arrived to find only Mama Folake and the missing children, alive but changed, their eyes holding terrible knowledge. The church was demolished. Some say at night you can still hear Prophet Ezekiel preaching beneath the ground. His congregation now the dead he betrayed.